Hello, Telma. How are you?
Hi, Amanda. How are you? So happy.
You look beautiful. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So excited. I was presenting you to everyone who's watching us today. We're already 500 people here. I'm grateful with everyone who joined us, and of course with you for being here. We finally made it, and I know it's going to be an incredible conversation. How are you? How was your day? How was your week? Like the beginning of the week on Monday?
Well, my week was very full of activities. Fortunately, for as a Miss Portugal, I have the honor and the chance to having a lot of projects. A lot of social projects and a lot of activities. So my week it's always very full with videos, photos. So very, very happy. And I'm seeing that you are working very hard as well. So I'm very happy for you.
I'm happy for you too. I'm really glad to have this conversation. When you won, I watched your contest and your crowning, and I really had a great feeling. You are an amazing woman, and well, since that moment, I was like, I know we can achieve this conversation on Voices Across the Universe, and I'm glad this is happening today. I know your story in pageantry comes before Miss Universe, right? You were also Miss Portugal for Miss Earth. How was that experience, and what's the difference between what you live there and what you are feeling now?
Well, you know what, Amanda? It was in 2018. It was the 18-year-old Telma. So I was 18 years old when I joined Miss Queen Portugal. Actually, I won the beauty pageant, my national pageant, when I was 17. And then I worked for a year and a half. And then I went to Miss Earth. It wasn't a very good an experience. It gave me the honor and the chance to grow up, not just as a professional, but as a person as well. And right now, accepting this amazing chance of being Miss Universe Portugal, it just opens my doors for a lot of different things here in my country. And I just hope that being Miss Portugal in Miss Universe gave me the chance of growing even more and learning a lot of different cultures and traditions, such as Venezuela. So I'm very happy.
Great. That's this what you're mentioning is amazing because one of the first, let's say, phases of this conversation, one of the first areas we talk is about our culture. And I looked up for 5 curiosities about Portugal that I would like to
Oh,
tell, and you will tell us if I'm right or I'm wrong, and if you want to
okay.
ask information, then we will listen to you. So here it says that Portugal is one of the oldest nations in Europe. The borders of the nation of Portugal were defined in 1139, and it makes it not only one of the oldest, but also probably the oldest one in Europe. Like it's in Dub, but it's probably one of the oldest.
Yes, we have the oldest borders in Europe. We are one of the oldest countries here in Europe. So it is it is a beautiful country and has so many cultures, so many traditions. And I know that a lot of people don't really know how it is Portugal. But yes, that is true.
Amazing. I haven't been in Portugal, but I really look forward to come someday. Then on the
I,
second one, that
I will be your guidance, so you can come.
is, and I will receive you here in Venezuela whenever you want, okay? On the second one, we have that they have the oldest operating bookstore in the world because it is located in Lisbon. Oh my God, like you have a lot of culture, history, and stuff to tell to the world.
Yes, it is true. And actually, Portugal it's known for explore in the past. So we actually found a lot of different countries around the world. So that is true as well.
Great. Then, on the third place, it says that Portugal is one of the most peaceful countries after or behind Iceland, New Zealand, and Denmark. It is also one of the safest countries because it has a little percentage of violence. Wow.
Fortunately, it is something that us Portuguese people are very lucky to have. And unfortunately, living in today's world, we know how hard it can be to be safe. And I'm very honored and grateful to have a country that is so much safe and has a lot of different kind of safety policies. So yes, that is true as well. We are one of the safest countries in the world. So that's why a lot of people choose to live here in Portugal. And we have so many immigrants and people that it's come to here to live and find some safety.
Great. Well, now that I hear you talking, I can tell that you guys are really peaceful because you radiate that peace, you know, when you talk. So I can tell it's true.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Now, on the fourth place, it says that there are over 250 million Portuguese speakers around the globe. And that's incredible because I think it's an official language in Portugal and in Brazil. Is there another country where it's official?
Yes, we have Angola, we
Angola.
have we have a lot of different countries that actually speak Portuguese around the world. And you know, Portuguese language is actually very known to be an Latin language as well. So it is, it's an amazing and beautiful language to speak. And I hope that in this universe, I can teach you some words.
Great. Please, you know, I love languages. I speak also Italian, like Spanish, English, and Italian, and I was learning French. But while I was studying French, I said, like, I think it could be a great idea to learn Portuguese because it's also similar to Spanish. I know
Yes.
I can understand the context of the conversations when I hear someone speaking in Portuguese. My dad, for example, he doesn't speak it pretty well, but he understands everything. And
That's
I'm in that idea.
yes, you have to learn because it is so pretty. Actually, I understand Spanish. My Spanish, it's not so good when I'm speaking, but I understand everything. So
Can you say something in Spanish? Like, can you speak?
let me see. Hola Venezuela, te extraño mucho y espero tienes una reina muy bella, muy hermosa, inteligente y estoy muy contenta por compartir este live con Amanda.
Oh my God, you speak it perfectly. So nice. So much. I love your Spanish. No, I need to finish Miss Universe being able to speak in Portuguese at least a little bit, okay?
Okay, goal. That's a goal.
Promise. Think it promise, as we say here.
Thank you.
Great. And for the last one, the fifth place, we found that the biggest waves ever surfed are in Portugal. That's a fun fact.
The biggest waves, right?
Yeah. They say it's in a place called Nazaré. That's the
Yeah,
to go surfing huge waves place.
that we have the biggest waves in Europe as well, and actually a lot of different personalities when it comes to the sport of surf come to Portugal to surf because we have the biggest waves. And not just that, the ocean, it is so pretty, so amazing that everyone just want to visit Nazaré and all over Portugal because our ocean is so amazing.
Well, I'm definitely going soon. I wish to go back to Italy soon because I studied there. So maybe
Okay.
when I get the chance to go to Italy, I will take a quick trip to Portugal.
Okay, you should. You
Yeah.
have say, so that's fine.
Oh my God, thank you so much. And talking about sports, do you practice any sport in particular?
Actually, right now I just do gym, not any kind of sports, because as Miss Portugal, I always have so many things to do right now, so I didn't have any time to dedicate myself to a sport. Actually, love to. When I was a little girl, I played tennis with my father, but right now I don't think I would be a good player.
I practiced tennis since I was 8 years old. So we have a lot of plans to do in Portugal, let me tell you.
I have a lot of in common.
Yeah, a lot, a lot. I love it. Well, I can get you totally when you talk about a full agenda and that you don't have much time to do other things because I know when I'm living it too that the preparation in this road to Miss Universe is not easy. And I love to tell this and to talk about that because many people don't know and cannot imagine how many things we do. Like right now when I was getting ready and doing my makeup, I was thinking I'm since Friday I had a trip to my native city because we had to record the TV program there, and I slept literally 2 hours from like Friday to Saturday, and then Saturday to Sunday, and then Sunday to Monday to today. 2 hours, maximum 3 hours each night. And here we are, like continuing. Like I couldn't say no, well, I'm not gonna do Voices Across the Universe this week because I'm so excited about it too. So that's the fun part, that we are like full of activities, but we enjoy it, right?
Yes, because it's in our blood, you know, Amanda. When you are a beauty queen, when you are a woman that is truly her maximum girl, it's her maximum goal. That's what I want to say. It is inspire other people and other women across your country, across my country, and hope one day across the universe. We just want to embrace everything and try to give our best. And I know that a lot of people don't really understand how full can be an agenda of beauty queen. And we are always this amazing, this beauty. And sometimes it's not just really like that. So it is very hard to balance our personal life, our professional life. But as we love this so much, we just want to do our best to represent our country. And I know that you share the same feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm feeling it. Like absolutely agree what you say. And that's the beautiful part of this. And that's in the end, that's what we take with us from these experiences, all this path, like the step-by-step previews to the big moment. Because then the final night is so short. We really take with us in our hearts all the moments that we collect during these previous months, and now having like focus, like total focus on Miss Universe. And what is the thing or the class or the activity that you enjoy the most?
It is when I am doing social projects. I believe that the best part of being a representative, of being a beauty queen, and it is inspire other people to follow their dreams and goals. So when I'm doing some kind of social project, I always try to embrace that energy coming to me and just trying to feel what this kind of social project is going to give me as an experience for Miss Universe. So I truly believe that the best part and the best experiences you will always come from the social projects that you're doing, because that is what's going to give you experiences and life views across your country to see where you can put a little bit more of empowerment, confidence, and helping others to believe more in themselves.
I love that. I love that. I feel it too. And I'm glad you are already working on your projects. We will get a little bit later on that because I know you have and you're holding a special project that means a lot to you. And we would like to know a bit about that. And about your classes, like for example here, and that's a common question, like ask her how's she getting ready for Miss Universe and what kind of classes does she take. In my case, I haven't been in other pageants before. Like I was only in the national contest, and now I'm looking forward to Miss Universe. And I need to say that like for example, learning to do my makeup was one of the most impressive things for me. I enjoy it now, but at the beginning, it was hard because I didn't know how to do it, and I need to, like design my lips and understand how to do every single detail of the face, and then get the hair done also. But in your case, what's the most exciting thing, or also what has been difficult during this path?
Of course, learning English, because my national language, it is Portuguese, but training communication skills and everything was the most hard for me. Try to be the best version of myself when it comes to communication classes. But what I like the most, it is pasarela classes, because when you are living in a European country, it is not the same classes that you have in Latin America. So for me, when I was joining Miss Earth, I just wanted to have the best pasarela that an European can have. So that was my goal, and I hope that I can continue that legacy in the Miss Universe. So I love just going to pasarela classes.
That's amazing. I love the focus you're giving to it. And I need to tell you that I have seen your runway videos, and I saw it when you were crowned, and you walk amazing. Like, really. I can tell you have some kind of Latina seasoning running through your veins. Do you like America? Do you like the Latin culture?
Of course. I love, especially because you have a beauty pageant culture. And I just love that European countries could be a little bit more like that. But I know that having this chance of representing Portugal at Miss Universe, I already changed so many minds when it comes to beauty pageants. So I believe that I am conquer my goal when it comes to Portugal being a more beauty pageant culture. So yes, that's what I love the most.
I like it, and that could be part of this legacy that you're leaving to your country, because I know you're living this to the fullest, and you're demonstrating that to your people. I want to say hello to everyone from Portugal who's watching us, and send lots of love to them, and of course tell them that they also have an incredible queen, and you guys have to support her a lot, because I love to talk about the importance and like the weight that a pageant contest has, and it's interesting to dig a little bit into it, because some may see only the aesthetic part and the physical part and the appearance, but it goes a lot deeper. It's much more than just a runway, even if it demonstrates how powerful we can be as women in our runway, because it's not just about walking. Like every single thing we do in a pageant, it has history behind it, has a concept behind it, and that's beautiful. It's beautiful to promote it, because that's also what Miss Universe does. It makes us stronger, more confident, and also it let us get in touch with a lot of women around the world, across the universe, and it's an incredible experience.
For sure. And I believe that Miss Universe, it is the perfect platform for us to really believe as a woman what we want for ourselves and what we want for our community. It is very important for us to understand that a beauty pageant, it's not just about the aesthetic part, as you said, and very well, because when we are looking for a beauty queen, we have to look inside much more deeper, because we are looking for a woman that is taking very time to be the best version of herself. And I know that a lot of us in the past have like an amazing story to tell, and to tell everyone that we were never always like this.
Yeah.
We have such an amazing personality. We have so much more to give to people and to our community. So yes, beauty pageants are an amazing platform to embrace our energy, to embrace our empowerment, and trying to give that to the community back.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's an important message that I like to share, and I know it can relate a little bit to your social project, so we can do like that preview to start talking about your project. And it's education. I had the chance yesterday, casually, when I was going on the cable car. We have here in my state, in the city where I was today, like earlier, we have the highest and largest cable car in the world, and we went there to do some video recordings and some pictures. And I got the chance when I was coming down to meet a little girl that just came to me, and she held my hands and looked at me, and I was impressed. And she said, like, I really wish to be where you are someday. And I was going to cry, I swear. And I just told her, like, hey, come on, let's go down together. And I asked the permission to her parents, of course. And I asked her, like, why do you like pageants? Like, have you been in some? And she was 9 years old, and she competed in a pageant when she was 6, of course, a small pageant. And she told me, like, I don't know, I just feel passionate about it. I like to get my makeup done and to put beautiful dresses on. And I was like, okay, I love that. And I can see you have the potential to be a Miss Venezuela, hopefully. But I need to tell you something. You need to prepare yourself, and you need to study a lot and get ready. And first of all, dedicate to what you're passionate about. And that's the message I like to tell to all the little girls who dream with being here someday. Because apart from the makeup and the beautiful dresses, which are amazing and I love it too, we are not here because of that. We are here because we have a good message to share, and because we prepared ourselves not only to be a queen or a pageant queen. We prepared ourselves to be confident and strong women who want to share messages with all the people who follow us and listen to us. So definitely that's the key to success in this world.
Yes, and it is so good to see young girls wanted to be in beauty pageants and trying to understand what is exactly this world. And I know that in Venezuela you start beauty pageants when you are very little, and you love to do, you wanted to be a princess, you wanted to be a queen, you want to be the next Miss Venezuela. And I am so honored that you have the opportunity and the chance to speak with young girls and try to uplift themselves to be to have education and to be at school and be the best version of themselves. So here in Portugal, that's what I'm trying to do as well. It is fighting for access to education and having affordable education across the world. Because I know that in a lot of countries, women, men don't have access, unfortunately. And that's an amazing platform for us to speak louder and try as much harder as we can that young women, young men, little girls, little boys have access to education, because that is so important for us to solve a lot of issues that we have in our world.
That's so right. You're so right, definitely. And when you talk about the pageant culture in your country, comparing it to Latin America, how did you fall in love with pageantry in your story? Because here it's so common, and you can see 9 years old girl or 6 years old girl already competing in small contests. But how was your story? Like, when did you decide to get into this world?
Actually, Amanda, it is a really long story, but I will try to keep it short. But I fell in love with beauty pageants when I was 15 years old, and I was currently fighting to depression and anxiety. Actually, the first pageant that I saw was Miss Universe 2015, and P Award Spot actually is one of the biggest idols that I have to start beauty pageants.
Okay.
And when I was 15 years old, as I said, I was in depression. And one day my father just came to me and said, one day you will be in the Miss Universe stage. Just believe in yourself.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. Yes, I'm going to be in Miss Universe. Me, no. I never thought about that. And I always was seeing Miss Venezuela, Miss Philippines, and everything. I was like, maybe one day I will be just like them.
Oh my
And
God.
then I start beauty pageants. I start beauty pageants when I was 16 years old. It was a pageant here in my hometown, and then I didn't want anything. And one day I just came to my mom and said, I'm going to join Miss Portugal. Uh, and she said, oh, Telma, yes, you are a little bit crazy. It is a really big responsibility. Imagine if you win, you are going to an international pageant. I was like, okay, mom, 1,000 girls competing in Miss Portugal. I will never win.
Oh my God.
But then things started closing and everything, and start winning the districtal pageant, the regional pageant, and everything, and I won Miss Portugal. So that's how I fell in love with this community of beauty pageants. And yeah, from a girl who did.
Senior.
Okay, as I was saying, that as a girl that didn't believe in herself, and it was transformed for a girl that actually loved herself more, embrace this amazing energy, and not just that, believe more in what I want as a future. So it is very important for us encourage young women to believe in themselves and accept themselves in her own skin. So yeah.
You can see through your story how powerful pageants can be, because every story is different. Like, you have a different story to tell probably than mine, but in all of us, it's about confidence and getting more and more and more powerful, and getting, like, in line or aligned with who we are, and wanted to share it to the world. Because now I can imagine that you have felt it, just as you told me that you grew up a lot when you competed in Miss Earth, and now you're expecting the same in Miss Universe. I feel the same comparing it to the Miss Venezuela, the national pageant. Like, I'm another Amanda. I'm another version of myself, being the same girl that joined this world, this media for the first time. But now I feel like I have a power in my voice, and we all have it, but we are discovering it through this platform, and now we can take it to action. I love this about pageantry.
Yes, and I'm so excited for you as well. You have a lot of fans that really support you, and I just love Venezuela fans. Actually, we have so many Portuguese people living in Venezuela, and a lot of Venezuelans living in Portugal. So it is very close to my heart, the Venezuelan fans. So yeah.
Yeah, feel it that feel it that way. And the idea is always, like, to share strength between countries. So in the name of Venezuela, I can tell we also love you as a queen, as the representative of Portugal, and of course your country. It means a lot to our culture too. So I think now we can get a little bit into your social project, because I'm dying to know more about it, and I know it's so special.
Yes, actually, my social projects call Be the Voice of Reality. And what I mean of being voice of reality, I cannot just being the voice of reality of myself, but if I can be that image, that platform for people to speak more about issues and problems that we have in our currently society, I believe that a lot of issues will be solved. So when I am speaking about being the voice of reality, it's about the mental health issues that is currently in our society. Unfortunately, with COVID-19 and everything, we see a more depressed, anxious society. And as I felt myself of being depressed and anxiety, I want to be that example of women that independently of the situation that you are, you can always come through everything. You just have to accept yourself, believe in yourself, and everything will be composed and will be more it will be better for you. So if I can be that example of being voice of reality and speaking up to issues that is currently in our society in the more honest way, I believe that I can change a lot of mindsets that it's currently in our world. Of course, I cannot do it by myself, but if I start just with me, try to understand more what is currently on our society, I believe that a lot of people will join me in this fight that is currently mental health. And of course, being educated and having a more educated society. So that it's a little bit what is my social project.
I love Telma. And I believe in things that happen for a reason. And we had this live scheduled for yesterday, Sunday night. But we finally made it to do it today on Monday, October 10th. And we're celebrating today World Mental Health Day. It's incredible to have you here talking about your social project on a day that celebrates this topic. And I need to recognize that I'm really proud of what you're doing, and I love this coincidence to become a reality today, and that we get the chance to talk about an important topic such as mental health precisely today, and honoring also the labor that you're doing.
Yes, and as you said very well, today is the Mental Health World Day, and I am so honored to share this live with you in such an important day around the world, and such an important day for me because being a victim of depression, I know how hard it can be from some people. Maybe it's currently watching us that is. That bad situation of their lives. So if you are up there, if you are struggling with anything, just please find professional help. Please find someone that you can speak up about your problems, about your issues. Don't take that too deep, and try to understand that one day everything will be okay.
Great, 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 great. I love that, Telma. And I would like to know, in your personal experience, you just told us that pageantry played an important role in that like recovery process from the depression you went through. But what other kind of resources did you use to get over depression?
Well, at the time, it was very hard for me to understand what I was been through, because when you are depressed and when you are anxious, you are always try to find another kind of issues when it comes to your mental state. So for me, to understand that I was depressed, it was very hard, but at the same time, I knew that I was sick. Um, so having 15 years old, and throughout from all that kind of situations, it is very hard. So the most beautiful way to came out of that kind of mental state was for me trying to do things that I really love to do, and beauty pageants actually were a way for me to escape from that depression, because my depression came about bullying. Unfortunately, I was bullied at school since I was 5 years old. So it was just a mix of feelings when I was 15, since I was five, just came out when I was 15 years old. So it was just very hard for me trying to understand how I was coming out from that situation. But actually, beauty pageants just helped me to feel more confidence, to feel more empowered when it comes to throughout all that kind of situation.
Great. I love that. And it's interesting because you were only 15 years old. And if it's hard to talk about other kind of things at that age, imagine talking about depression when you're so young. I can imagine that you couldn't even accept you were in depression, right? Because it's not easy. Depression, it's not something light, like it's a serious topic. and it's not something we can just wake up someday and say, I don't want to be depressed anymore. Like, it's a process you need to go through, and finding things to do that you love and you feel passionate about, that's, I think, the best way. And also what you mentioned, to get in contact with professional people, with specialists that can help you live with this, because we need to understand that it's normal, but it's not good not to talk about it. You know, it's normal to get in those moments at some point of your life. You're not going to be neither the first one nor the last person to be in depression, but you do need to talk about it, because someone has been through it, just like you just said it, and they can help you. They can help you, and when you talk about it, then you start understanding things better.
Yes, and you know what I always try to people understand, especially when we are beauty queens and we are so exposed to every kind of comments, bad or good, and it's up to us trying to ignore our bad comments for us to be in a more positive state of mental health with ourselves, because I know that a lot of beauty queens suffers of depression, anxiety when they are currently in a beauty pageant because of bad comments, criticism, and it is very it's up to us to give the platform to the fans and saying that okay, we are competing, we are in a beauty pageant, but we get along very good along with each other. We are fighting for the same rights, we are fighting for the same causes. We are just women that really want to be in a beauty pageant and trying to use that platform in our favor for currently issues that is currently in our society. So I just want to everyone that is in our life and around the world, that positive comments for our beauty queens. Let's support each other. Let's just embrace this amazing energy that is beauty pageants. We can share culture, traditions. We can share friendship for life. So we are here to compete, but also, and most importantly, we are here to make friendships and fighting together for a cause. So
That's That's so true. And I need to follow your message and take a quick moment to mention something important here, because we need to honor that today's World Mental Health Day. And right now I'm reading some comments in the conversation talking about things that are really not related to what we are talking. And I just want to ask and really say, I really say it from the heart to everyone who's watching us right now, repeating what you just said, like, let's just support our queens, our people with beautiful comments. If you have something negative to say it with respect. And if you really want your queen to be respected and to support her, then don't get to start talking about negative things about other ones, because it would not do nothing positive, you know. I believe that our voices have a strong power, and just as our voices have it, also our comments can get it. And you never know what the other person can feel when they read this. And we're here because we want to join forces, not because we want to compete. In the end, Miss Universe is a competition, but it's with ourselves, you know. It's on the daily routine with ourselves. And then we will get there and we will be able to enjoy the whole competition, the whole days between the final, before the final night, and we will end up being friends probably between the 90 or over 90 countries that will be there in Miss Universe. So guys, please stop hate. Please be kind. I think this is the perfect moment to join the kindness campaign that Miss Universe is promoting, especially on this day, especially in what we are talking today, because I really don't want to go on the comments, but they have nothing to do with what we're talking, and we just want to spread positivity, and I want everyone to join us, please. We just want to spread love and good energy. So, you know, like, hashtag kindness campaign, and let's just promote this, please.
yes. For sure. And, you know, I know that having this platform for us to spread awareness about mental health, it's our duty, it's our responsibilities to spread love, kindness, and respect. When, of course, we see negative comments, actually, I will just embrace what is positive, and when it is good criticism, because you can give a good criticism for the person just to be more professional, be the best version of themselves. So what I will always listen will be my heart, because I know that in the end of the day, besides being Miss Portugal, I am Telma, and that's something that I will never forget.
Absolutely, Telma. I'm so glad we were able to have this conversation. I really love everything you're doing. I think you're a beautiful woman, but not only, just as I told you, you're so peaceful and so like you irradiate a good energy when you talk, and I need to thank you once again to have joined me in this conversation. And we always close Voices Across the Universe sending a message from the conclusion that we can get from the whole, like, 50 minutes already almost. So what can you get from all this chat we had, and what would you share with everyone who stayed here with us?
First of all, thank you, Amanda, for the invitation. I was so honored to doing this live with you. And more than anything, you are such an amazing woman, and you are representing your country very well. And at the end of the day, you just have to believe in yourself. And I know that you are going to do an amazing job representing your country at Miss Universe. I am so excited to meet you, so excited to meet you, and I know that we are going to get along very well with each other, so I cannot wait to meet you in person. And a resume from our live, I just have to say that our energy just gave it all, and I know that in today's mental health world, International World Day, I know that our life were an example that being respectful, being kind, be peaceful, and giving positivity in everyone's life, we will be solved a lot of issues in today's world if people just sitting down in the table and eat with each other and trying to be more reasonable and accepting opinions. I know that we will be solved so many problems. So I believe that what was the today's maximum team to speak up, and I am very glad that I have the honor and the chance to speak with you.
I'm so glad to. I'm so glad that we got the chance to do it on this special day, and to give that message, and not only talking about it, but also giving it as an example, because we are here to join our voices. I loved that your project and my project talk about the power of the voices, because your project also has that word in the name, and well, Voices Across the Universe is precisely about that. You can count on me whenever you want, and I will be following your steps. This conversation was magical because we started talking about how pageantry gives you that power that you need to get and eat the world, you know, and follow any dream you can have and feel confident about it. And then mental health, which is part of our process, is part of the preparation we're doing. And finally, joining the Kindness campaign and inviting everyone, please, to join it too, and to start using social media in a more respectful way. Thank you, Telma. Thank you a
Thank
lot
you,
for being
Amanda.
here.
Thank you, Amanda. A lot of kisses to Venezuela. Muchos besos to Venezuela. Los
How,
extraño.
how do you say los besos in Portuguese?
Muitos
Muitos,
beijos.
muitos beijos. Muitos beijos to Portugal.
So,
Mwah. Thank you so much. You're
thank you so much. Thank
so
you. Bye.